This is the OSight XR, a rechargeable enclosed emitter micro reflex sight that lets you change the reticle and change your dot size. And that's actually kind of a big deal. So let's explore all of the features of this affordable enclosed emitter red dot. Let me start with a quick unboxing, and then let's just see the contents of the box. This is the new OSight XR, and this is their new full-sized micro reflex sight with an enclosed emitter. That's right, the rear is enclosed with a clear lens on the back, and that helps protect this from the elements. So I don't know if you've ever had to deal with a regular reflex red dot sight and been out in the rain or just gotten any kind of splash on it. If you get any water in the rear of a reflex sight, good luck seeing that dot. It's just going to get all distorted or totally obscured, and you won't be able to use your red dot at all. And good luck trying to clean that off. But with an enclosed emitter, because the inside of your reflective lens is totally protected from the elements, all you have to do is just wash off this rear window here and wipe it off, wipe it dry, and you're good to go, ready to get back into the fight. So this is great for those of you who have a duty pistol or have an open carry combat pistol where you are exposed to rain, snow, dirt even. Maybe you don't necessarily need an enclosed red dot if you are using it as your bedside gun, but yeah, in most other cases, having an enclosed emitter is the way to go. Certainly, if you have any chance of being exposed to any of the elements here. It is a OSight XR, and X usually designates their extra large window, but this is pretty much a standard window, about 23 millimeters across. As you can see here, it is an RMR cut or RMR footprint reflex sight, and it's also because of the interesting design of having it sort of a half emitter. Unlike your acro enclosed emitters, you don't have to use a special tool to ratchet down your screws. You actually have regular access to your screws, and it does come with a generous set of variety of screws for different slides. Now, it has a motion activation, and you can also manually turn it on. There's two activation buttons on the left. You got a plus and minus, and you can just press the plus button to turn it on. And you can see here there's a little red dot, LED there. That's your charge indicator. And in red, it tells me that it has less than 20% of a full charge on the battery here. If it got below 10%, it would start blinking. That red would start blinking. When it's fully charged and up to 50%, it's green. So if you want to turn the to toggle on and off your motion activation, you just double tap on the minus button, leave it down for 3 seconds, and that'll turn on or off your motion activation. But I like the motion activation. You can see that it's already on here because I've been moving this around. And you can adjust the brightness, of course. You can see getting darker and lighter, and once you get to the top, it'll start blinking to show you've reached your top setting, and I believe there's 11 total brightness settings overall. And you can change the reticle as well. This has quite a number of different reticle choices. You just press the rear button, keep it down for 2 seconds, and it will change the reticle. But you can't really see that very well here because it's focusing on the table, and that's way too close to the camera. But we'll take this out, and you can see the reticle in a bit. But it has a 2 MOA dot, a 6 MOA dot, and a 32 MOA circle, and a total of, I guess that would be a total of 5 different settings for circle, circle dot, circle only. Yeah, so you have quite a number of different types of reticles, which either are useful for your own personal preferences or for having holdovers for long distance shooting. So you have a couple of different options here. Now, this is a rechargeable reflex sight, and I know that's a little bit of a worry for some folks, but here's the cool thing. Not only you can tell how much of a charge it has by that little LED indicator, but here's the other thing. The new unique thing about OSight is they were the first, I believe, on the market with a rechargeable reflex sight that wirelessly recharges, because it comes with this plastic cover that is also a rechargeable battery. So you just slip the magnetic cover over it, and it starts charging the unit. And it tells you how much of a charge it has on the unit. Right now it's got 2 bars there, so we know it's low. You can tell that from the red mark there. But if you take this off of the unit, you can see how much of a charge it has. It has 25%, so this can recharge the unit up to 4 times. So it has a quarter of a charge already in there. Just press that little button there to toggle that to show you how much of a charge it has. And to recharge the cover, you just plug that into with a USB-C cable, and you can also charge it on the unit should you wish to. And you can charge this right on your pistol if you have your reflex sight already mounted. And it mounts through these 2 holes here. As mentioned, it does come with a generous set of screws and a cool little installation and adjustment tool. That's it here. We got your Torx star head here and a flat head here, and that is to adjust your reticle. Let's take a listen. Yeah, very audible, tactile positive in each of these clicks. Each of those clicks is an MOA. Yeah, very audible, very tactile positive. And here's an interesting little new feature as well, rear sights. You don't see them, do you? Well, if you have a low enough, or if you have your slide has high enough sights, well, and this is pretty a low base, you just press this button here and check this out. Pops up rear sights. So you can either have them there, or of course you could press this button and just push these down and get them out of the way if you don't want to run them with rear sights. But that's pretty nifty. That's really clever, really nice engineering. So we're going to get this mounted up, and of course we're going to get it fully recharged first, and then we'll take it out to the range to test it. So here we can see the red dot mounted onto an RMR cut slide. You can see that the factory iron sight heights are not quite tall enough, or I should say the base of this particular red dot, enclosed red dot, is not quite low enough to allow you to use your factory iron sights. You can deploy those rear sights on the back of this and kind of use it as replacement sights, though you do have to adjust for the shot placement. You're going to be shooting a little bit high with those rear sights, but you know, you can train and get used to it. All right, let's take a look at our reticle. We have our 6 MOA dot with our 32 MOA circle there, and as I move this camera around the edges of this window, you can see that that remains pretty crisp. There's no distortions as I get it towards the edges. So that just says it's a really good piece of glass. Even if I'm really up close, or if I take a couple of steps back, looks pretty good. So let's take a look at our various reticle options now. If we press the negative button, we have our, as I said, this is the 6 MOA dot with the circle. Press it for a few seconds, and that switches over to just the 32 MOA circle. Press it again, and that is our 2 MOA dot. Press it again, and we have our 2 MOA dot with 32 MOA circle. Press it again, and now we have our 6 MOA dot. So you have a couple of different options here, and I do like having different options because having the circle gives you some visual references for holdovers if you're shooting from far distances like 25 yards or more. Okay, let's take a look at the various brightness settings. We have it set at our 6 MOA dot right now, and I'm going to bring this down to its dimmest, which is supposedly night vision compatible. I don't know, but let me know if you can confirm that. But starting with our lowest, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can see that now, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and that is pretty darn bloomy. And if I try to go higher, it blinks telling me that is the maximum brightness. So that is the XR. And I'd like to thank OSight for sending out this enclosed micro red dot for me to test out. And one of the requirements I have now with companies that send me products to test is that I ask them to give away one of their products to one of my subscribers in a free contest. So if you become a subscriber and you've hit the notification bell button, you'll be notified when that contest starts. And if you like that new policy, or you like this video and got something out of it, don't forget to hit that like button before this video ends. Now, let's talk about the XR, and I think this is a really cool iterative improvement upon the S and the SE, OSight's other enclosed emitter red dots, and it made me wonder, why aren't all other companies going with enclosed emitter red dots like this one? I mean, it is so much better protected from the environment. You don't have to worry about getting water or like rain or mud on your lens, rendering it useless. So I wonder why they aren't all going with enclosed emitter red dots. Is it a patent thing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if there's a benefit to having the traditional open reflex sight versus an enclosed one. But one of the key things about the XR is the choice between the two reticle sizes. And I'm not just talking about the circle and the dot. There's other red dots out there that offer you the option between a circle and a dot, but this is the only one that gives you the option between two different sizes of that dot. Like, for example, there's the Holosun EPS out there that gives you the option between a circle and the dot, but that is only in the 2 MOA dot size and costs like twice as much as this. Now, why would you want a choice between a 6 and a 2? Well, the 6 is a much fatter dot, which is easier to see and easier to reacquire in rapid fire situations, whereas a 2 MOA dot gives you a much more precise aim point for long distance shooting or competition shooting. And I always think that more options is a better thing, especially with one that is as affordable as this. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, you can find more information in this video's description, or you could read my full written review at moondogindustries.com. So I invite you to check out that article. And thanks for checking out this video. Again, good luck on the contest. God bless. Moondog out.
What did you think of the video? Leave me a comment. And you can always chat with me on X, Facebook, or Instagram. You can find useful links in the video description and check out my other videos, channels, and my website, moondogindustries.com.